Hello everyone, this is Muruganandam from KKInSoft and I'm going to take a Revit Dynamo training. So this is our training agenda. So in this training agenda, we are going to take a quick tour of the user interface, the visual programming, and what are the nodes, and what is the code block, and what is the connectors are. And we are also going to take on a sample exercise that is called Dynamo to Excel linking. So here we are going to link the Excel by importing the parameters of Revit into the Excel and also exporting the parameters from Revit to Excel. So we are going to take two exercises in the Dynamo Excel linking. So let's start with the user interface. So in the user interface, we just go into the Revit Dynamo. So I have opened the Revit Dynamo. So I have opened the Revit application. So here I'm going to open one Revit sample project. So I'm opening one of the sample projects on the Revit. So here you can find the Dynamo under the Manage tab and the Visual Programming group. So here you can find the Dynamo on the Dynamo player. So I'm clicking on the Dynamo. So I'm opening the new Dynamo project. So here's the Dynamo interface. So like this, here you can see the menu, the toolbar. So here's the menu, this is the toolbar, and this is the library, and here's the workspace, and this is the execution bar. In the execution bar, you can find the two types of executions. One is the automatic and another one is a manual. The automatic will execute the command automatically. By clicking on the manual, have to click the run to execute the workflow. So we can switch between the automatic and manual. As of now, I am switching into the automatic. And then nodes. So let's start with the nodes. The node is a node of the object you connect to form a visual program, and each node perform the different operations. For example, storing a number, or it may be a more complex action such as creating or coding the geometries. So in this node, you can find the three behaviors. There are the three behaviors of the node. One is create. So here you can find the icon which is marked in green. It's a plus symbol. That's a create. It's kind of the constructor to create something in the Dynamo, and another one is the action, so which is perform some action to execute the method, and another one is a query, so query a property to perform some actions in the Dynamo. Apart from nodes, we can use code block and Python scripting to execute certain programs or certain visual programs in the Revit Dynamo. So let us go into the code blocks. So actually, code blocks, in short, code blocks are the text scripting interface within the visual scripting environment, and they can be used as a number, string, formula, and other data types. So you can access the code blocks by double clicking on the Revit interface in the environment. Either you can double click to access the code block, or else you can go here and type code block in a library. So here, by clicking on it, you can get that code block into your environment. So there are the two ways to create a code block. And in the code blocks, you can execute as a name equal to value. By here you can see the example of it. So I am executing the name, say a equal to 1, and which we end with a semicolon. Actually, code block is a case sensitive, so you have to careful on the commands which you are typing. So it will support the case sensitive. And also by end of the code, you have to mention the code block with the semicolons to execute a command. So that is important in the code block. And next, move into the connectors. The connectors are just like a wires which connect between the nodes to create a relationship and establish the flow of our visual program. You can think this is a electrical wire which connecting between each other to pass the information to create a relationship. So these are the things, important things in the Revit Dynamo. These are the elements which are most important in the Dynamo. And let's start with one sample exercise, Dynamo to Excel link. In this Dynamo to Excel link, I am first going to take a write to Excel. So how to get the parameters from the Revit and export that into the Excel. So let's take into the Revit Dynamo. So I have opened the new project. So let's start with the Excel linking. So first with the export, here I'm going to export the rooms in this sample project. So I'm going to export the list of the rooms in the sample project and its parameters. So let's start with the rooms. So here you can see the rooms. I'm exporting the parameters into the Excel. So let's start with the Dynamo. And Dynamo, so we are exporting specifically to the room site. So I'm start with the category. So just I'm clicking on the category. So here it lists out all the categories in the Revit project, in the Revit file. So I'm searching for the rooms. So here we go. So I've selected the room, and I'm selecting the another node which is called elements of category. Oh, sorry, not this. So here's the all element of categories. So I'm just selected categories of room, and I'm just connecting the categories into all the element of categories in the Revit sample project by using the connectors. And then we need to get the parameters, right? So then I just select the parameters. We need to get the parameter. So get. So I'm just like get parameter value by name. Yeah. So I'm getting the parameter value. I'm just connecting these elements to the element. So we need a parameter name. So so that we use the code block to get the parameter name. So I'm just double clicking to get the code block. As I said, code blocks. So we need to start with the syntax. So I'm just using the brackets to start with. Um, Using the bracket. So I'm let's take what are the parameters we need to get it from the model. So in the master bedroom, I'm taking the level and then number, name, department. Okay. So I'm taking and the area. So I'm taking the 5 parameters. The first one is level. The name should be same as in the parameter. I'm taking the number. So and then department. So you should take care of the case sensitive. And then name. The another one is level, number, department, name, and the area. So area. So I'm closing this and I am ending this with semicolon. So in code block, you should write the script like this to execute it. So I am here in the list. You can see level, number, department name, area. That it's kind of output. It shows output screen. So I'm just connecting this with the parameter name. Okay. And again, I need to export that into the Excel. So I'm using write to Excel, write to Excel. So here the write to Excel node. So in this node, it is asking for the file path. So I need to take a file path. So file path. So file path, there we can select the file to export the parameters, this Excel file. So I'm browsing it. Waiting. So I'm writing Dynamo export. You need to specify the format XLSX. So I'm just going to open. So I'm connecting this with the file path. And sheet name, again we are using the code block to define the sheet name. So I'm now giving as rooms a sheet name. Okay, and I'm connecting with the sheet name, and the sheet row, sheet column, that that will be 0. Okay, so both are the same. Sheet column also start with the 0. Okay, so then data, we need to connect the data with this. Okay, I think I need to turn this. Actually, see the Excel start creating. Actually, I have turned on the execution as automatic. So let's close this. So start writing the parameters. So I'm just making it a manual now because it will create unnecessary crash or some kind of issues. Okay. So now there's overwrite. So we use this as a boolean because it's asking for to overwrite with Excel or not. So we use a boolean node. Okay, I'm just connecting this as a false with this. Okay, fine. So let's execute this command. So we have all connected. So first we need selected the category, and then the category we selected a room, and just selected all the elements from the categories, and then we connected, we extracted the parameters by using this element get parameter node, and then we use the code block to list the parameters. What are the parameters we need to get from the Revit field? And later on, we uses the write to Excel file node to define the file path and sheet num, all those details to write into the to create Excel sheet. So now I am clicking on the execution, running the workflow. So here you see it automatically write the parameter. Actually, it's only listing the only the one parameter. So it's due to the lacing. So I'm because I uses the shortest lacing. So it just taken the only one parameters from the Excel. So actually here you see it's only listing to the only one parameter. So it's only taking the one room. It's a bath. Like this, it's first one is a level. So it's a level 2, level 1, and the number. So it's showing the number of department. Actually, department is the blank. So it's showing as blank here. So name, it's a name is a room name. It's a bath, the area, and the area is here. So actually, we use the lacing as a shortest. So it's taking the only the first level. I'm just making it a cross product. So by checking the cross product and just running it, disconnecting, running. So here you see it will list out all the rooms, list in the Revit sample file. So I'm just now connecting this into the data and run again. So here you see, so it's listing all the rooms, its level and room number. Department is actually blank, so there's no data in that. So it's written as a blank, and the room name, and this is the area. So actually the header is missing here. Start, we just use some notes to get that. So just we need to add the another code, another node. So that's called transpose. So transpose. So actually transpose here you see swaps rows and column in a list. So what it actually do is it's list the element in a rows. So while I'm just connecting to it, you can see the result. So I'm just running the result. So here you can see it's list out all the parameters which are selected. First, it's list out all the levels and all the room numbers, and then the department is actually blank. It's left blank, and then room name. So again, then it's area. But actually, if you see here, it's not in the actually we need it in a front. We need to add this as a front, like in the name area department should be added in the front of the Excel, right? So for that we will add a add item to front node. So I'm typing add item to front. So here you see the add item to the beginning of the list. So it will add the item to the beginning of the list. So it's asking for the two inputs. So let's connect this list with the list in the input, and it's asking for the item. So items obviously our parameter name. So I'm connecting this. So again, I'm just linking our list with the data. Now let's run this. So here you see it is actually listing it lists all the parameters by rows. Actually, we want in the column. So here you see it's a level, actually number, department, name, area, all came across, but it's showing incorrectly. It's list out in rows. Actually, we want in the column. So for that, we will do we will add another node. We're disconnecting this. We're just adding the another node called transpose. So transpose. So transpose. Why I'm again adding is it's added the list here. So it's list out the it's list out all the parameters in here. So again, it's reverse that into here. So we need to add this to reverse the operation. So here you see while I'm connecting, you can see the result. So here is come. Okay, I'm running the result again. So here you see, so the headers added here. So level number, department name, area. So all are listed out here. So let's take a level 2 master bedroom. Let's check with the data in the Revit. So one of the data. So it's the master bedroom. Master bedroom. The number is 206. Master bedroom number is 206. So let's area. The area is 26.97 from 97 meter square. So it's the data is came here correctly. So it's exported the same data in here. So then again you see here there is no department in the room number. Here it's a blank, right? So another exercise, we are going to import that parameter into the Revit. So let's start that. So I'm just adding the department here. So just for this I'm filtering. Let's filter this.